Junior dos Santos never really went away. It just sort of felt that way. After losing twice to Cain Velasquez, in 2012 and 2013, the Brazilian seemed to fade from the MMA world's wider conversation about the top heavyweight contenders. Every year, Dos Santos would pop up and fight somebody, usually an elite opponent, but he was rarely listed alongside the top heavyweights like Velasquez, Fabricio Werdum or current champion Stipe Miocic. And yet, here Dos Santos is now, getting ready to fight Miocic in Saturday's main event at UFC 211. I'm on top of this division since 2008, since my debut in the UFC, and I'm feeling great, said a visibly relaxed Dos Santos at Wednesday's UFC 211 media day. Giving me the title shot was the right thing to do because all the other guys are denying to fight me, they were running away, they are scared of me. More than anything, Dos Santos earned his title shot just by sticking around, while other heavyweights either dealt with persistent injury problems, like Velasquez, or lost to Miocic, like Alistair Overeem and Werdum. While Dos Santos lost his second last fight to Overeem, he bounced back with an impressive win over Rothwell and also happens to be the last guy to beat Miocic when he outlasted him for a memorable unanimous decision victory in 2014. In a division like heavyweight, where contenders are few and far between, that sort of record is enough to earn a title shot. Guys like Derek Lewis and Francisco Au are on the rise but not quite ready to fight for the belt, meaning Dos Santos is in the perfect place to earn a shot at the belt. Is that the most inspiring way to earn a title shot? No, but there have been few complaints about the matchmaking, largely thanks to how entertaining Dos Santos' first bout with Miocic turned out. Unfortunately, Dos Santos is pretty sure their rematch is going to go very differently. I don't think it's going to go 5 rounds, Dos Santos said. I think it was a great fight and I learned a lot from that fight, not just about him but about me, too. It feels good. I know this fight now is going to be a really tough fight. There's every reason to believe Dos Santos can reclaim his belt on Saturday, even though Miocic has been on the best run of anyone in the heavyweight division since their first showdown. Miocic has won his 2 title fights by first-round knockout, putting down Werdum to claim the belt and then surviving an early onslaught from Overeem to land the TKO. But neither opponent fought particularly smart fights against Miocic, and Dos Santos has proven himself to be smarter and savvier than most when he's locked in the cage. If he can avoid mistakes and impose his game plan, there is every reason to believe Dos Santos can reclaim the heavyweight title. The lessons he learned in his first match against Miocic will surely play a role in that. I think we have to impose ourselves better, we have to have our strategy and follow it until the end, Dos Santos said. When you try to do something different, it cannot be a surprise. You have to think about it before. If that all works out and Dos Santos gets his hand raised on Saturday, it's not hard to imagine how the next few years will play out. He'll surely face either Overeem or Werdum next, and then will be the heavyweight from the current generation who is tasked with testing out the next wave of contenders, with Gao likely leading that charge. But a win will also do more than that. A victory Saturday would mean it's inevitable that Dos Santos' name will be included in debates surrounding which fighters are among the greatest heavyweights of all time. I've been here for a pretty long time, Dos Santos said. I'm 33 years old now and feeling great, and there's a lot of young guys coming up right now in this division, but all the guys that are here already are doing a good job, so it's hard for them to take our places. Miocic passes on legacy chatter. Everyone wants to talk to Stipe Miocic about his legacy, but this week the UFC heavyweight champion isn't playing along. If Miocic defends his belt on Saturday against Junior Dos Santos, he'll become the first fighter ever to defend the belt 3 times. Just don't ask him how that will affect how he's remembered. He's not interested in that conversation. If I keep winning fights, I'll have a legacy. I'm not here to make a legacy, Miocic said at Wednesday's UFC 211 Media Day. I'm here to win. It's a new fight every time, there's a belt strapped to it, but at the end of the day I'm going to go out there and do my job. Outside of fight week obligations, Miocic is one of the more down-to-earth and relaxed fighters on the UFC roster, but that doesn't always come through in the days leading up to one of his bouts. That's certainly been true this week, as he has deflected question after question about whether winning Saturday means he should be considered the greatest heavyweight of all time. It's hard to argue against, but Miocic seems content to allow fans and media to make that argument for him.